What down, family? It's your boy SNTV coming back at y'all with another Chiraq Street Legends. And this episode is going to be about none other than DeAndre Golden, a.k.a. YMN Woo.
This your boy Woo checking in. I'm coming to talk to y'all about a topic that's really plaguing the city, man. Blowing me, the backdoor shit, man. Like, how the fuck you gonna call a nigga your man, your brother, meet his mama, eat with him, sleep with him, and then do something crazy to him, man? If you can't trust him, don't fuck with him. Like, we gotta give ourselves a chance, man. The youth gotta grow up. That shit ain't cool, man. Ain't nothing cool about it. Ain't nothing gangster about that, man. Like, y'all can leave that shit in last year, man.
YMN Woo is originally from the legendary 6217 buildings that were located on 67 in Calumet. He and his brother Melly were both BDs that ended up being BDK. He was actually friends with a lot of the BDs until the war started. The projects being knocked down in Chicago was one of the main causes of the disorganization in the city. Of course, Woo will end up claiming 051 Young Money, a set located in the area of 51st and Cottage Grove, known to be one of the most dangerous sets on the low end. They beef with 800, OTV, Taekwon World, Murder Town, Welch World, O Block, 600, OBN, but their main beef is with THF 46 and 44. They clicked up with MOB, Geo Drive, 757, Mall Town, Suwu TTB, TYMB, and Tony Town. Woo was basically born a BD because his father, BD Fido, was known as one of the most treacherous BDs that ever walked the streets of Chicago. From 64th and Sangamon, he was said to be the type of guy that didn't play and would get out on anybody, including other BDs. He ended up getting locked up in 1994 and sentenced to a life sentence for 4 murders and some robberies. Woo's grandfather KT was also a big BD figure. He was a minister within the Black Disciple structure and actually King Shorty's right-hand man. According to Woo, his mother was a gangster also. Coming up in the Calumet buildings, he was real cool with guys like Lil Reese and Bruh. He was staying with his cousins Courtney and Cortez, mainly so that he can go to the school he wanted to go to.
Like, Lil Reese was my friend and Bruh was like my real friend. Yeah. Really? Yeah.
When the war between Young Money and THF 46 really started cracking, guys had to pick a side. The death of Zico was what really made things heat up between the sets. This was around the time that Woo really started turning up on the streets.
Fan one fan is Zico little brother. Oh, Zico big brother. Who you is, bro? Hey. Hey. Who you is, bro? I know 151 original out here. Been doing this shit for a minute. Oh, back. We out in this shit. Quarry Town, Zico World, Mo Block shit. Cut those shit. We out here. Let me let y'all talk to the narrator.
Mo Block shit, man. You know, happy birthday, Zico, man. No.
Let the motherfucker know who you is, bro.
They'll figure it out, Mr. They'll figure it out, you know what I'm saying? AKA, I try and told they, you know, I got my nigga RD in this bitch, bro.
What day it is, man?
Oh, man, you know, it's Zico day, you know, we turned up to the max, man, you know.
Right. Let the motherfucker know who you is, bro.
We out here, man, been out here.
Oh,
Woo started going to jail before the drill scene really kicked off. He had to start carrying guns for protection, and in July 2011, he would end up catching a gun charge. He bonded out and caught a robbery only a few months later, which led to him having to do 3 years. He went through struggles on the inside and even had to do a year in the hole at Pontiac for a fight. While Woo was in the hole, he kept his sanity by playing chess with his dad Fido through the vents. He would end up being released on December 16th, 2014. Wu would end up catching another gun case in 2017, which led him to copping out to 4 years at 50%. He was actually locked up when his brother Melly was killed in 2019. He wasn't allowed to go to the funeral because it was too high risk, so he had to see his brother through video. Over the years, the war between Young Money and THF got worse and worse, claiming the lives of over 20 people amongst the two sets. Wu was even shot by THF TP in 2015. He was allegedly standing on a porch in 051's hood when TP popped out a car and started shooting, hitting him in his chest. It's been said that Wu was the one that was the war strategist. He normally put together plans for 051 to retaliate. It's also been said that Wu was sliding himself just as much as Melly. Melly loved his little brother so much that he allegedly killed one of his friends.
Freaky ass motherfuckers. You gonna laugh, watch it. Get back.
Off by friends at a gas station where he met with Williams and left in his vehicle, a gray Pontiac Grand Prix. The friends identified Williams, his vehicle, and stated that an unknown female black was the third occupant. The female has now been identified as blank. Shortly after meeting with Williams, Smith texted his brother to inform him that he was with Williams should anything happen to him. The three drove to 5043 South Drexel, where Williams and Smith exited the car and went into the gangway. That is where Williams shot Smith multiple times, causing his death. The investigation revealed that Williams was aware that an unknown individual had a bounty out on Smith and was willing to pay for him to be killed. As the facts were revealed, the detectives interviewed a third-party witness who corroborated the motive for the murder. Williams needed the money to bail out his brother from the Cook County Jail. It should be noted that Blank, Williams' brother, was incarcerated, and detectives confirmed that Blank bonded out of the jail the day after the homicide. The witness related that Blank informed him that Williams and she were responsible for the murder. Additionally, detectives recovered taped Cook County phone conversations that occurred between Williams and Blank. The three attempted to talk in code, but it was clear to investigators that the conversations were about the murder plot. Williams and Blank were arrested. Blank related that she did not know if Yarmel killed Lord or not, and that he never told her. Blank related that both Yarmel and Lord were stone cold killers and snakes, and that she knew that it would be a matter of time before one of them killed the other. Blank related that there was money on both Yarmel and Lord head, and she figured one of them would kill the other for the money. So the story goes, Lord's sister's boyfriend had a wreck that accidentally killed his sister. He feared that Lord would blame him and do something to him, so he put $12,000 on his head. Come to find out, Lord wasn't even, mad at him about the situation. Shit happens. Whole time, 051 Melly hears about this bounty, this $12,000. He needs the money to bond Wu out of jail. This was in 2017. Melly takes the contract and he snakes Lord Dre. According to Lord Dre's brother and mother, they got him high off lean and snaked him out.
I'm so hateful, you let him snake me. Got you high off lean, like why you let him play you?
Wu definitely was plugged in all throughout the city. His uncles were G Slim of NLMB and Kurt Mack from Dro City. Wu and his brother Melly were also linked in heavy with King Louis. After Wu got out in 2020, he started thinking about doing something different with his life. He had been taking trade classes while he was locked up and chose to pursue it when he got out. Wu ended up graduating and becoming a certified carpenter. After Melly died, Wu was never the same. Melly was his heart. It made him think about his future. His message changed. Every time you heard him speak, he was talking about saving the youth. But change is something that doesn't take place overnight, and Wu still had one foot in the streets and one foot out. In the encounter with 600 Breezy, Wu had just laid down. He had to get some sleep. He had to be at work early the next morning. There he was laying there drifting off when somebody came and got him, telling him that 600 Breezy, who was a member of 600, one of 051's arch enemies, was outside right now in the park. Wu quickly got up, put his clothes on, and went to confront him. Then shots rang out.
Hey, listen, did I disrespect you? Did I disrespect you? Did I disrespect you?
According to Wu, he went and addressed Breezy for something he said on the internet. Wu had posted a picture of 600 Breezy throwing up the forks. October 25th, 2025, Bezu dies. THF Bezu, who is one of the most notable faces in the drill scene, not just in Chicago but all over the US, was killed in Little Village. At first, everybody was saying that a guy named Sam from Bashville did it. They were also saying that this could have possibly been Kill Bill from BTBG, until 051 Driller dropped Last Lap. After that, it wasn't a doubt about who had done it. Wu could be seen in the very beginning of the video throwing down 4-6. A few days after Zoo died, somebody took out 757 BA's baby mama, G. Ari, and this was said to be connected to Zoo. Zoo had did a live with 051 Melly, and in that live Melly asked him, "So if they paint your dreads red, you don't want nobody to cry?" Zoo said, "No, I want 20 for 1. THF vowed to keep Zoo's promise. Then on December 28th, 2025, Wu was at a bar in Blue Island called Tommy's, celebrating the holidays, having the time of his life. He danced, drank, and enjoyed his family up until it was time to head out. He left the bar walking to his car, and all of a sudden, Common ran up and
there's a shooting.
And I think that what we can learn from the story of YME and Wu is this: Chicago don't raise monsters. Chicago creates survivors and then punishes them for what it took to survive. DeAndre YME and Wu Golden didn't wake up wanting to be at war. He was born into it. Raised in buildings that no longer exist. By bloodlines the city never healed. In a system that mastered locking men up, but never learned how to bring them home. His father, Jerome B.D. Fido Golden, sat in the cell for 30 years. 30 seasons of missed birthdays. 30 years of lessons learned the hardest way possible, and still found a way to walk free. Wu tried to do the same thing. He went to school in prison, learned a trade, came home ready to build instead of destroy. But Chicago got a rule that they don't tell you about. You can leave the streets, but the streets don't always leave you. Wu wanted peace. But peace moves slow in a city that moves off memory, disrespect, and revenge. Every war Wu survived, every bullet he outran, every bid he set down, was proof that change takes more than attention. It takes time, protection, opportunity, and most of all, a clean exit. And Chicago don't give clean exits. This is what happens when trauma get passed down like a last name. When sons grow up visiting fathers through glass. When projects get torn down, but the pain stays standing. When young men are taught survival before they ever learn how to live. Wu wasn't just a gangbanger. He wasn't just a strategist. He was a man in transition, caught between who he used to be and who he was trying to become. And that in-between space, that's where Chicago kills the most people. If we really want to save the youth, we got to stop pretending that the work ends at prison gates. We got to stop cheering survival stories without building roads for the next generation to walk safely off the block. Because until we do, there will always be another Wu, another Melly, another mother crying, another legend born too early and buried too soon. This has been another episode of Chiraq Street Legends. It's your boy, SNTV. I'm out.
Appreciate you for clicking on the video. Before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.